Hey, how you been?
Good.
Get started. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Project Us interview series. Today I have my special guest Yasmine here. She's a makeup artist and we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship today. So when we met in college. We were both going for, well, I was going for a business degree, and what degree were you going for?
I was going for marketing, but that didn't
Exactly.
turn out.
So the thing with me that I realized was I was learning more about business on my own than I was there, and to run your own business, you don't need a degree to do it.
I agree with that.
So, and then I remember us talking about it, and then we both dropped out the semester after, but we learned that, our way through that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so after that, I remember you got a job at Ulta doing everything Ulta has to offer, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, so, and I know eventually you started doing your own clients. So how did you get started doing that?
It actually started back when I was in high school. I just really liked doing makeup on myself. So I tried to learn more about it. I was getting more extravagant with it. My classmates were noticing that. Well, I had a couple friends that were a little bit older, so they wanted me to do their prom makeup. So that's kind of where I got started.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what age would that have been around? Like early high school?
I would say it was probably 16 at
16?
the time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so when did you decide you wanted to start turning this into a lifestyle, making money off it, turning more of a hobby into a bigger part of your life?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd always been really happy doing art, so I knew I wanted to have some kind of artistic field.
Okay.
And once I saw the look on their faces after I did the makeup, it made me feel really good about it. And I was doing it for free, but they gave me money for it. So It got me thinking, well, maybe I should run with this.
Okay, monetize that. Okay. So in the past, let's just say year, roughly how many or tell me what kind of people you've been working with.
The majority I've done are either prom girls or brides.
Okay.
It started off mostly with just doing homecoming and prom makeup, but I started making more connections through Ulta. I actually went to beauty school and did a free demonstration, and that got me a lot of bridal clients because the bridesmaids in those weddings were actually going to be getting married as well. So it kind of started a chain reaction.
So you went to a beauty school? Mm-hmm. When was this and where was this?
So I went to London P Tech. I did 2 1-hour makeup lessons to 2 different classes.
Okay.
This was a couple months ago, but it landed me quite a few jobs in the fall.
Okay, awesome. So that's most of your clients that you found so far have just been through different connections, meeting people from jobs, and
absolutely.
You often get like referrals from people that you've done before?
Yeah, that's actually the majority of where I've gotten my work. Mm-hmm.
Now, you were telling me earlier you won a contest and went out to LA, so that's pretty exciting. So tell me what the contest was, your trip, tell me about it, when this happened.
So Ulta worked with Smashbox Cosmetics to host a contest for all Ulta employees across the nation. So it was whatever lip art you can come up with posted on Instagram. So I did like 10 looks, knocked them out in one night. Well, they took notice of that. I was one of the 3 winners, so they flew me out to LA. I went to Smashbox Studios. I got to meet their global lead artist and also the iconic Vlada Haggerty. So that was exciting. And I got to do makeup in front of them, and I got some professional shots.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it was exciting.
I think I remember, did you tell me about this at one point?
I probably did.
I think you did. And I remember telling Ashley something about it. I'm like, yo, I think it'd be crazy if she got to go out to LA. Mm-hmm. I never knew you actually went though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so doing this kind of work, just in any type of entrepreneurship, the hardest part is always getting started. And I know you said you started a long time ago, so you've just made connections through it. What have been like the biggest challenges you've had so far throughout, whether it's finding clients or having enough money to support it or anything like that?
It's a good question. Actually, one of the hardest parts for me is just being patient because I have this tendency to want to know everything right away, and I want to have this huge kit right away. But really, I've been building my kit for years. It did really help through Ulta, getting discounts, so that's helped me build it. But also, yeah, building my social media in order to, spread the word out there, and just getting that first client to tell other people and start that reaction.
So as far as social media, if you were going to give people advice on it, so the biggest part and maybe biggest tool entrepreneurs can have is probably social media and networking in general. And the best way to do networking most times now, the easiest way is through social media.
For sure.
So what do you think are some tips on social media? Like how often you should post, or hashtags, or following, anything like that?
Well, you definitely want to set up a business profile rather than a personal one. That way you can see the insights. You can see when your followers are most active on Instagram. And you want your photos to look nice. Instagram, has that algorithm now, so it's going to knock out what doesn't look so nice. But you have to keep in mind that even if people want to support you, they're not going to stick around if you can't add value to their life.
Correct.
So you have to offer some kind of tips and tricks for them, advice, just anything that is going to keep them engaged with you and want to keep interacting. So you just have to add value to their life.
For sure. I think a lot of that is getting past that algorithm, which means a lot of content, because even if you have 10,000 followers, not all of them are even going to see it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them are skip over it, but some of them will never even have the chance to see it without going to your profile. So I find a good way is, if you have content, put out as much as you can, at least posting many times a week,
Helps to put on your story too.
The good thing about having a story, now that they've added that on pretty much every social platform, is that you basically have two different places within every app to post, which is two different opportunities. Now, as far as advertising yourself, have you tried any paid ads, or have you always just promoted for yourself through your own social media and referrals?
I've mostly done that, but I did try a couple paid ads on my Facebook page and my Instagram page. It didn't go as well as I thought I did, so I am going to try it again in the future now that I've learned more, because that was kind of when I was first starting out. So I feel like I can have better content now that I've learned a little bit more since.
So where would you say, out of everywhere, whether that was back in high school or beauty school, or even just working at Ulta or YouTube or anything, where taught you the most about this skill?
I would have to say my recent academy, because I was able to pull some tips and tricks from, Instagram, YouTube, but the majority of those were Instagram makeup, which is very different than what you would do in a professional setting. So I did do the Academy of Freelance Makeup online, and I learned a lot of professional tips from those that have been working in the field for years. They worked on celebrities, catwalks, just really the industries that I want to get involved with. So I've learned the proper skills that way, so I've been able to fine-tune everything that I kind of picked up over the years.
Okay, awesome. You kind of brought it all together.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Would you say throughout the years you've had any mentors in person, or mostly just people you didn't know that you learned from afar, maybe?
Mostly it has been people from afar, but I've had those close to me that have really pushed me to do better, keep learning. And I mean, from everyone you meet, you can probably learn one thing. And if you think of all the people you meet, that adds up to a lot of new knowledge.
Yes, for sure. All right, so networking is probably what brings every entrepreneur together.
Yes.
And what I'm doing with this project, a big part of it is me, like you said, how you meet a new person, you bring new knowledge to the table. That's why I'm trying to bring so many different people this mindset together. And a lot of it's to help me and help them at the same time, but it also creates a group that I can count on if I ever need something, if they ever need something, and I can bring people together even if they need each other. So that's a great part of this project, where I'm learning different things from different people, getting advice and sharing it with the world too. All right, so I want to thank you for coming in today and discussing this with me. I hope to do some more work with you in the future.
I look forward to it.